Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about the calculation of lambda maximum for homoannular and heteroannular dienes and polyenes. So before going into the details, we will understand first what is meant by homoannular diene. So homoannular diene, both the double bonds of the diene component will be happening in the same ring. So if you are considering these two rings, here the double bonds are within the same ring. So such systems are called homoannular diene. So in heteroannular diene, you can see the double bonds are on different rings, still they are in conjugation. Okay, even though they are in two different rings, they are in conjugation, and such systems are said to be heteroannular diene. Now, since these are looking like identical, but it happens to be homoannular and this happens to be heteroannular, and they are showing different values of lambda max as a basic value. So, if you are seeing over here for conjugated homoannular compounds, it is showing 253 nanometer. The basic value contributed by this homoannular diene will be 253 nanometer, which is higher than that of this one. Heteroannular diene happens to be contributing towards the basic value 214 nanometer. Now suppose you have a system in which both homoannular and heteroannular components are there. Suppose this is a system. Here you can have both the system. See, this is homoannular, and if you are considering this one, this portion, this is called heteroannular, right? This portion is said to be heteroannular, and if you are considering this one, this is said to be homoannular. So if such systems are coming, you have to take the value for homoannular component. So this will be the value that you have to take as basic value. So remember, if you have a compound in which both homoannular and heteroannular systems are present, you have to take the higher value, that is homoannular component basic value, that is 253 nanometer. Now, the second rule is that, as we have seen in the other cases also, add 30 nanometer for double bond extending conjugation. For each conjugation, you have to add 30 nanometer. Okay. Now, the third one is that add 5 nanometer for ring residues as well as alkyl substituents. Now fourth one is that add 5 nanometer for exocyclic double bond. So in the previous video we have seen what is meant by exocyclic double bond, what is meant by alkyl residues and ring residues, etc. Now a special system also we have seen, that is if same double bond happens to be exocyclic to two rings. So this particular double bond is exocyclic to both the rings. So the contribution by this double bond will be 2 into 5 nanometer. You have to take 2 into 5 nanometer. Now fifth rule is that if you have chlorine or bromine substituent, you have to add 5 nanometer. And if you have alkoxy substituent, you have to add 6 nanometer. And if you have amine substituents, you have to add 60 nanometer. And if there is acetate substituent, there is nothing to be added. It will be the contribution by acetate group will be 0. Now let me summarize this empirical rules for homoannular and heteroannular in a table. So in this table I am showing the structural feature and the lambda max effect for the compounds. Okay. So as we have discussed earlier, for heteroannular diene component, the value will be 214 nanometer. And the base value for homoannular diene will be a little bit higher, it is 253 nanometer. And I have already mentioned that if you have a system with both homoannular and heteroannular diene component, this homoannular diene component value has to be taken. Now let us consider the increments. So for double bond extending conjugation, you have to add 30 into it. Okay. Now alkyl substituents and ring residues are present, then 5 nanometer. For exocyclic double bond, 5 nanometer. And as I said earlier, if your same double bond is exocyclic to two rings, you have to add 5 two times, that is 2 into 5. For acetate group there is no contribution. For ether group like OR group, then you have to add 6 nanometer, and thioether group, that is like SR group, thioether group, you have to add 30 nanometer. For bromine and chlorine, you have to add 5 nanometer, and secondary amine groups like NR2, you have to add 60 nanometer. So this is the Woodward-Fieser rule for calculating lambda max. Now let me explain you once more what is meant by exocyclic double bond and homoannular dyene system, heteroannular dyene system. So if you are seeing this ring system, here this double bond is within the ring. Both the double bond attached, both the carbons are within the ring, and such systems are called endocyclic double bond. And if you are seeing over here, this is the CC double bond, and one carbon is a part of the ring and the other carbon is outside the ring. This carbon happens to be outside the ring. So such type of double bonds are said to be exocyclic double bond. Now this ring system A and B, if you are seeing, the dyene components are, of course these are conjugated, one single bond apart. So of course they are conjugated, but it happens to be in different rings. Okay, so such systems are called heteroannular dyene component. Heteroannular dyene. Now coming to the endocyclic and exocyclic bonds, this double bond is within the ring. Okay, so this is endocyclic double bond. Now if you are seeing this double bond is endocyclic with respect to A ring, but this double bond is exocyclic with respect to B ring, because this is projecting away from B, and this happens to be with the part of the B ring, and this is outside this carbon is outside ring B. So exocyclic double bond. Okay. Now if you are considering this one, this system, the dyene component is in the same ring. So such systems are called homoannular dyene system, and the base value should be 253 nanometer. Okay. Now if you are considering the exocyclic double bond nature, if you are seeing a ring B, both are endocyclic with respect to ring B. Now if you are seeing at the ring A, looking at the ring A, this. Now let us do some problems for the calculation of lambda max for hetero and homoannular dienes. So in the first case, the system you have to identify which one is this, like heteroannular or homoannular. So this dyene component happens to be in two different rings. So obviously this will be heteroannular dyene. So the system is heteroannular dyene. So you have to understand the system concerned, and you have to assign the basic value depending upon that. So basic value for cyclic heteroannular dyene or cyclic dyene is 214 nanometer. This is the first thing that we will be assigning. Now we will be looking into the ring residues. So if you are counting from here to here, our dyene component is there, right? So here you have a ring residue 1, and while going from here to here also you have a ring residue 2, and here there is 3, 4. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to write 4 ring residues, each of which contribute 5 nanometer. So 4 into 5 equal to 20 nanometer. Now you have to look into the exocyclic double bonds. So if you are seeing over here, this double bond is endocyclic within the ring, and if you are seeing this double bond, this is exocyclic to the ring system, this second ring system. So there is only one exocyclic double bond, for which the contribution will be 1 into 5 equals 5 nanometer. So if you are adding, you will be getting 239 nanometer. So this particular compound will show a lambda max, calculated lambda max 239 nanometer according to Woodward-Visser rules. Now move on to the second compound. So here you have the diene component, but it happens to be in the same ring. So you have to identify the system. The system is homoannular. So you have to recall the basic value. The basic value for homoannular diene component is bit higher. It is 253 nanometer. Now we can look into the ring residues. So as I said earlier, this diene component starts from here and ends over here, right? So this is one ring residue and this is second ring residue, and we're moving from here, this is third one, and here it stops, so fourth one. So there are 4 ring residues or alkyl substituents. So 4 into 5 equals 20 nanometer. Now we have to look into the exocyclic double bond nature. So if you are seeing over here, this particular double bond is exocyclic to the first ring. So one is over here. And this double bond is exocyclic to the third ring. Okay, whereas these two are endocyclic to ring 2. So there are 2 exocyclic double bonds, each of which will contribute 5 nanometer. So 2 into 5 equals 10 nanometer. So the lambda max for this compound will be 283 nanometer. So this is how you will be calculating. Now let us look into the third one. Here if you are seeing, this happens to be heteroannular diene system. So obviously the basic value will be 214 nanometer. Now you have to look into the alkyl substituents or ring residues. So here there is one, second one, and third one. So how many are present? 1, 2, 3. So 3 ring residues or alkyl substituents. So 3 into 5, you will be getting 15 nanometer. Now we have to look into the exocyclic double bond nature. So if you are seeing this ring, there is no exocyclic double bonds. Okay, and if you are looking into this second ring, there is one exocyclic double bond over here. So one exocyclic double bond will be contributing 5 nanometer. So you will be adding 5 nanometer. So the lambda max will be 234 nanometer for this particular compound. This is how you will be calculating lambda max for different compounds. Let us see some other systems. In the first case, if you are seeing, this is diene components are present within the same ring. So you have to identify the diene component as homoannular. So the basic value for homoannular diene is equal to 253 nanometer. Now you have to identify the alkyl substituent as well as ring residues. Okay, so how many are there? Here one alkyl substituent, here one alkyl substituent, two are there, and one ring residue, the another ring residue. So altogether you have four such things. So you can write alkyl substituents or ring residues is equal to 4 into 5. Each will be contributing 5 nanometer. So 20 nanometer. Now there are only one ring. There is only one ring. So there are no exocyclic double bonds. And there is no double bond outside the ring. Okay. So this is enough. So lambda max calculated will be equal to 273 nanometer for this compound. Now in the second case, here again the diene component is present in the same ring. So the basic value again will be equal to, will correspond to the homoannular diene component, and it will be equal to 253 nanometer. Now you will be looking into the ring residues. There are no alkyl substituents. So this is the diene part. So we'll start from here, one ring residue, and moving from here to here, second ring residue, here third one, fourth one. So again there are four ring residues. So you will be writing 4 into 5 is equal to 20 nanometer. Now you have to look for exocyclic double bonds. So here if you are seeing these double bonds, they are not exocyclic to both rings, because this is a part of the ring. It's not away from the or outside the ring. So this could not be considered as exocyclic doublet. So this is it. So the lambda max for this compound will be equal to again 273 nanometer. Now for this compound, this diene component is within two rings. So this is basic value corresponds to heteroannular diene component. Heteroannular diene component. So that is 214 nanometer. Now we will be looking into ring residues. So from here to here we will be considering. So one ring residue over here, second one over here, third one over here, fourth one over here. So ring residues is equal to 4 into 5 nanometer is equal to 20 nanometer. So you will be getting 234 nanometer for this particular compound. Now let us take another example. It's a very good example. Two rings like this and one vinyl group like this, and here one double bond, here one double bond. Now if you are seeing over here, this is a polyene, more than one double bond are present. So this is looking itself, you can see the double bonds are different rings. So the basic value correspond to heteroannular diene. So that is equal to 214 nanometer. Now if you are looking into the ring residues, it will be, so you are considering from here to here. This is our heteroannular diene component. Now if you are counting the ring residues, 1 over here, 2 over here, 3 over here. So how many are present? And 4 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 ring residues. Okay. So 4 into 5 equal to 20 nanometer. Remember that I have not counted this one. Why? Why means this double bond is in conjugation with this one. So this part will be contributing in the category double bond extending conjugation. So I will write over here double bond extending conjugation. Extending conjugation. So you know that will be contributing 30. There are so one such thing. So it will be contributing 30 nanometer each way. Okay, now third thing is that again you have to look for exocyclic double bonds. How many are present? See, this double bond is exocyclic to second. So 1. Okay, now this double bond is exocyclic to ring 1. So 2 exocyclic double bonds. So you have to write that also in this one. 2 exocyclic double bonds. So contribution will be 5 nanometer. So 2 into 5 is equal to 10 nanometer. Now everything is finished. No halogens, no acetyl group, no secondary amine parts, etc. So if you are adding these, how much it will come? It will be coming 4, 7 to 274 nanometer. The lambda max happens to be 274 nanometer.